That black yo magic, 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 magic, black yo magic.
The Black Girl Magic, where everyone has a seat at the table. Come sit with us. Come sit with us. That is my favorite part. Oh yeah, Jelly overdid it with that one because that is the best thing ever.
That's the one?
Yes, I love it. And like right when I get to that mid-middle, I take off, bitch. I take off.
Blast off.
All right, so hey guys, welcome to our channel, Black Girl Magic. It's Janae.
Yannie Unique.
Jelly,
Marissa.
All right, and we are here today to talk to you, girls, guys, everything in between about relationships. And
I was just about to say.
we know that this could be a hard topic to talk about, a difficult topic to talk about, a touchy topic to talk about,
uncomfortable, exciting, informative.
Huh, Marissa, preach that shit. So I feel like that's what we're gonna do today. And let's take it away, shall we?
All right.
All right,
Do
sister.
it. So we got a set of questions here.
Oh, you have them.
I have some questions here.
She's always on it, Salesforce.
On it.
She's always on it. This girl has a systematic system
a document
for everything in her life. She got my godson life planned out till he's 18, and she's like, I'll go from there. Like,
The first question is going to be, what do you do when you're stuck in a relationship? And so by stuck, we mean a few different things. It can be stuck in a sense that you know that you should leave, but you just care deeply about that person, or maybe you want to leave, but you don't know how, or just stuck in the sense that you guys have become complacent with each other and it's just really boring or something. So I guess we can just kick it off from there.
okay, if you feel stuck, I really feel like probably plan out what you should do. I think it should be that kind of like right and left type of not debacle, but like, if I stay, what will this do for me? If I leave, what will this do for me? So I feel like having kind of like how I just said about you, kind of like a system to kind of, so you can see it and make it visual.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, if I stay, this is what I'm getting. If I leave, this is what it will be.
That's funny.
So I feel
that because I was
that's
just
what you
yeah, but I kind of like went off of what is it? Why did I get married? You know how they did the list? You list the good and the bad. I just recently did that, and I was like seeing which one outweighed the other, and it was like all the bad was outweighing. So I was like, okay,
don't die.
Yeah.
No, I think it is really important to self-evaluate the situation because a lot of people stay in relationships because that's all we know, or we feel like that's all we know. So we're scared to see what's on the other side. I think just having a conversation with yourself, like you said, echoing that, the good, the bad. What will happen if I stay? Is it worth it? Even after having conversations over and over and over? Or should I leave? So, yeah.
just thinking about like, okay, if I stay, why am I staying? I'm stressed out. I'm not happy. Like,
I can't be me.
It's not doing nothing for me. If I stay here, it's not gonna hurt me to leave. Like, if anything, eventually I'll feel better. So
Yeah. And I want to say something to the people that have kids, with people that they're in relationships with, but that they want to leave. Because I feel like that is a real struggle for women, especially. You feel connected to this person because you created life with this person. And like, of course, like when people have kids, you never have kids with the intention of like, okay, I'm gonna have this baby and not be with this person.
Right.
But I just want to empower or encourage somebody today that there is love after you leave something that is toxic for you.
Sierra, Lauren London.
Yes.
Who else, sister? Because I know it was
Chica.
Me.
my sister. Like, there is definitely light at the end of that tunnel.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think,
glad you said that.
you know, and just to echo what's already been said here is like when you really do take a step back to reflect and process on the things that you really want in a relationship and how you want that love to impact your life, it doesn't make any sense to stay in a situation that's toxic just because you share a child with somebody. Like, I just hope that touched somebody and give somebody enough courage to just be like, okay, it's time to move on. Because honestly, it's going to benefit your child in the long run if you're happier and if you give them a good representation of what like a healthy relationship looks like.
And what love looks like. Healthy love looks like.
Right? And also you just think about all the time you already wasted. And if you stay in something you're not even happy in, then you just wasting more and more time.
You deteriorate in something that you could potentially blossom. But then since you're staying, you're kind of dimming your own light.
You're hurting your own self.
And I know that from, you know, my personal experiences, you just end up dimming your light. It's really not a good feeling because you want, I don't think anybody on this couch wakes up and be like, I'm finna his day up.
Right.
I'm about to really crash this. We ain't nobody finna smile in here. Like, so I truly believe that it is an evenly yoked type of union. Like, you want to be happy and I want to be happy. How do we come to terms with doing that? By, of course, being honest and communication and understanding. But I feel like to bring it all full circle, if you don't know like how to leave, especially speaking personally, like if you're in a relationship with somebody you have a child with, and in your mind you're like, I want to raise my black child in this 2-parent home, then it really is a difficult path to take because sometimes that list is the same. If I leave this and if I stay this, it's the same amount of things. It might be 4 and 4 and you're like, well, dang. So I feel like sometimes it's about asking yourself the hard questions, giving yourself the most honest answer, and really acting upon whatever conclusion you come up with.
And I just want to put an exclamation point and emphasize that be real with yourself.
Yes.
Because if you're not going to be real with nobody else, if it's going to hurt you or embarrass you to say it to other people, say it to yourself. Because only you know the dynamic of that relationship.
Yes.
So even if it hurts you to say it, at least say it and just to yourself and be real about that. Because let's move on to the next question, which, sister, you lightweight already touched on. But how do you feel about not being able to be yourself in a relationship? And I think we could talk about that in the lens of actually being with somebody, but also even in your friendships. Like, can you be your authentic self?
I feel stuck. I feel like I'm Roddy Rich out the mud, baby. I don't feel like I can't. Let's just put it like that. If anybody knows me and you guys are going to get to know me, I cannot be around, and I'm pretty sure we all know certain situations that you try to be, especially with friends. I want to kind of expound on that because that's a relationship too. Speaking from a friendship standpoint, I can't do it. If I can't speak freely, if I can't be 100% authentic, because sometimes I feel like I'm more authentic with my friends than my partner, which isn't good in my opinion.
Say that. That was really just a word right there.
Which really isn't good. I feel like if I'm sleeping with you and I feel like I wake up to you, I don't wake up to my sister, I don't wake up to my cousin, I don't wake up to Marissa. If I'm waking up with you and we're doing everyday things, I feel like you should be the one I turn to. If something's going on, I shouldn't have to text my sister to fill my cup again and to recharge me. So as far as
I'll always feel it for you.
Oh, girl, don't I know it, baby? Don't I know it? But as far as friendships, that's my take on it. I feel like you cannot be friends with somebody you cannot be 100% authentic with, because speaking for me, I need all of y'all and I need y'all all 100%. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm going to be talking, I can't be like, I'm going to tell you later because you're here. Like, that's not a friendship.
I think you can call everybody a friend too. Like there's different levels. There's associates and then there's friends. So when someone doesn't do right by you, was that really a friend? So I think you just need to be careful with those labels and what you consider your friends.
And we should normalize again acquaintances. I think people are so, I think it's, of course you feel like, dang, like I thought, but it should be like, this is my acquaintance, blah, 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 blah. Or if you guys have suggestions on how to say it, please do tell, because I've gotten to a place where I want to be like, I just say like, oh, this is my homegirl. That's this is my homegirl. But you know, when you like, this is my chica, this is my sister. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got to introduce them. They know. But as far as a friendship, to cut the fat off that, I don't do it.
Okay, I want to say something on that because I feel like it's very important for people to feel like they can be themselves. And I feel like that's very true in a relationship and in a friendship. And I feel like this is the beauty in having different kinds of friends or different groups of friends, because I'm gonna just be real. Like, everybody sit on this couch know, like, I love me some Jesus, and yes I do. And like, okay, like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but like at the end of the day, this is who I am. Like, this is how I'm going to continue to be. It's the way I've always been.
Right.
And I just think, like, y'all, you need to understand something. Like, if you know this is who your person is, either you accept them and you say, like, I accept who you are and I'm gonna be your friend, or I accept who you are and I'm gonna be your partner, or you don't. Because it's very dangerous when you start feeling like you need to strip pieces of your identity away to be in a friendship or to be in a relationship. When you start doing things like that, it's dangerous, because in the long run, you'll still have those values on the inside, but if you cutting off who you are or filtering who you are just because you're trying to fit in, it's never going to work out, because you'll never really be happy. So you just need to...
No, go.
Yeah, I would just say, like, but this is why you have certain groups. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, sister, if you be like, okay, I just really want to get into a deep soul talk, like, you'll probably call me. Yeah. But if you like, I really want to just, like, you know, be high, chill, you're probably not going to call me. And that's okay. Right. But it's like understanding, but like, it's crazy. All these different dynamics.
But it's crazy. You mean so much to me. Girl, I'll get high I just need you in my space. Yeah. Sometimes people are, they're crystals. They charge you. So it's like, and I want to let you know that, like, I don't need people to kind of give me that. You give me that when I'm just around you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not high with me or drunk with me, I know you're like, okay, sister, you'll tuck me in when I pass out. Hello. And that is a real friend.
I just realized I have 2 different groups of friends. Well, y'all my family, but like the people I deal with, like, it's 2 different groups. So I realized I can only go to them for certain stuff, because like y'all all handle stuff like differently. Yes. Like the way you give me advice, the way you deal with me, it's like way different from the way they do. They more like hurt your feelings type of advice. Yeah. Like, you know, you like, it's like more like nurturing, caring. Like, so I just realized, like, I just got to deal with certain people different ways. Like, when it comes to certain shit, like, I'm going to only go to them for certain stuff. I'm going to come to you for certain stuff. I was getting, like, hella upset in, like, my friendships, because I feel like they was judging me in a sense. And then, so I was just like, okay, this is what I got to do so that we can solve the problem. I'm just going to go to them for certain stuff. And I'm going to go to who I
And that's an adult decision to make, too.
With for certain stuff.
Yeah. So that's an adult decision to make, for real, because sometimes you don't know, like, or it's good that you come to that realization quickly, like, all right, I see that this side ain't really, I need to stop doing that, you know? Because when you're younger, they all you got. Right. So you listening to them, it's like, you know.
And I was getting, like, I guess, upset, because I'm like, if y'all come to me, I'm not going to be like that with y'all. I'm going to understand, I'm going to listen, I'm going to give you my advice. But then I was like, everybody's different. So I just got to handle every situation different.
And understanding that everybody's different. And like we said before, taking each advice with a grain of salt. Because everybody's giving advice from their perspective, from their lens, what they've been through.
Definitely their lens. That's a good way to say it, Marissa.
And I think one thing I want to go back to that Marissa said that's really powerful to me is just like, when you give people positions in your life, you need to be really thoughtful about, like, okay, what am I giving to this relationship and what am I getting out of this relationship? Because like you said, Chica, it shouldn't feel one-sided. Like, if you know that you're gonna always be treating your friendships without judgment and with care and thoughtfulness, like, you want that same intentionality on the other side.
Come on now,
and that's where, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Kind of like, am I feeling a little bit?
Yeah. And that's why I think, like, when you think about relationships, that's just not true for your partner. That's true for the friends, because, like, you pour yourself into those relationships as well. So it's like, if you're not feeding my spirit, if you're not giving me grace, like, what makes me want to be fueled and do that?
I know they mean well, but like I said, everybody's different. Everybody handles stuff different. So.
But I think it's important to what you say, cousin. Yeah. Like, I feel like sometimes you know, like, and I've always noticed this with you. Like, you'll say something and you want to, like, clarify it. Like, we got it. You don't gotta, like, you know, do too much. We understand, because we all have another group of friends. That's just a fact.
And if somebody is truly your friend, they should be able to receive what you say in love. Like, and if you really care about them, I feel like, at least with this group, we give each other feedback all the time. Like, if I call Marissa and I be like, and like, Jay did this to me, she'd be like, no, but you wrong. And you know what? I'll just be quiet and I'll receive that, because this is somebody I know is speaking to me out of love. You know what I'm saying?
Unbiasedly.
And so it's like, even if you did make your friend feel a kind of way, you should, like, they should be able to come to you and say that. Like, that really, I just told Chica before we came here on the camera, I was like, Chica, stop saying that. You really hurting my feelings. And then she just smiled at me. I could just see in her eyes she was sorry. But like, you need to be able to say that to people that you have relationship with. Because if I can't tell you you're hurting me, if I can't tell you that what you're doing is uncomfortable or unsettling settling to me, do we really have something?
Right. Are we really friends?
Right.
Exactly.
And
And
that's
if
where
that's
we
the
go.
case-
Friends, associates, acquaintances.
Yeah,
That's what we
exactly.
really
And
figure out
and
who
that,
is who.
and I think that just answered it right there. If you can't, then are we really friends? And that is where your homework starts, people.
Amen.
Amen.
Asking
Okay.
yourself the hard
That
questions.
was really good. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one, and this is for all people, all ages.
Okay.
When should you have sex in a relationship?
I want to say when you're ready, right?
I know, but come on now.
It's
Deeper
so
than that.
vague.
Deeper than it's so
Right.
vague.
Because I
Deeper
want
than
to
that.
say
It's very vague.
when you're
It's
ready,
vague.
right? But
Okay, so how do you know you're ready?
okay, I feel like when I feel like I'm not, it's no pressure on my end. You know what I'm saying? When the pressure is off my back, and I truly feel like this is what I want to do. I want to do it. I want to get done. Period. I want to get it done. I want to be doing the doing, and it's like not coming from, like we talked in our previous virginity video. Go check that out. About basically like feeling that pressure. So once the pressure is off, to me, that's my answer. When the pressure is off my back, I feel, or your back, that's when you should do it.
I feel like you should just let it happen naturally. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't let nobody force you, like we said in the virginity video. Or don't feel pressured. It should just come off natural.
I don't think it should be a specific date. You know how people are like, ooh, we should wait 6 months and then
Right.
do it, or
Oh,
3
Marissa.
months,
Oh,
or a
yeah.
year.
That's how
I hate that.
Yes, I feel like when you
It's-
feel
I
like
don't get
it
it.
makes the most sense, do you, sis, or do you, bruh?
Right.
Because it's your body, it's your decision, your life. Do you when you feel like it makes the most sense? Honestly, like that's
Sister.
Though I will say, I'm sorry, because sometimes you be feeling ready because your flesh be feeling ready.
Exactly.
And I think you just
Okay.
need to take into account your emotional state, your spiritual state, because like my sister said before, like equally yoked. Sometimes them bodies be aligned, but
Yes.
do those hearts be aligned?
Do their
Or
minds
do
be
their
aligned?
minds be aligned?
And that's
And I
probably
think
where stuff go wrong too.
That's
Yeah.
where stuff go wrong, because
most of
sometimes
the time it's not aligned.
That
you,
body
you,
is 100%.
you step into
but
what your
everything
body
else,
feeling, but you
yeah.
don't step into like, okay, like have we really talked about where we want this to be going? Like, do we have the same intentions for how we want to live our lives together, or do we even really want to be together? And I just feel like as a young woman, like your body is your temple, and those are conversations that you need to be having, because sometimes like your body be like, let's get into it, sis.
Exactly.
But you never know, maybe his intention is only to get into it and not to get into you.
And then after
So-
you feeling like stupid, like
Yeah.
why did I even
Exactly.
do that?
So
And then you
know,
feeling used.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say like, yeah, you don't need to be like, okay, 6 or 9 months, but at the same time, please make sure you're having open conversations. Please
Yeah.
make sure you're aligned about where you want to go, so that when you go to that next level, it's not in vain.
And there's no confusion.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in
Period.
limbo.
Right.
And I feel like with this
Confusion.
generation, there is a lot of confusion, because I stand by this. People are not asking themselves the hard questions. So I feel like when that is established, the hard question, you know what I'm saying? It'll all fall in place. But piggybacking off from what Marissa said, I hate that whole time frame shit. It makes no sense. It
Wait,
makes
so how
no
do y'all
sense.
feel? Because like I feel like nowadays a lot of people I know, like everybody is okay with just having sex the first night, the first date. Like, how do you feel about that?
Really not me.
I think it really
This
goes
goes
back to what Jelly was
Really not
saying.
me.
Like, make sure you guys are aligned deeper than just the flesh. You know, like having sex is that moment, then it's over. Now what?
Yeah, and
Like,
if that's
when-
what you want, if it's just that moment, hats off.
Right,
But
yeah.
couldn't be me, baby.
Me
I've
either.
never, you know what I'm saying, had a one night stand, and I don't see myself ever doing it. But hats off to the people that do.
Right.
And we're
if
not
that's what
judging.
you're looking for. Then
Yeah,
that's
then
fine.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get your
Do what you
swipe
gotta
on,
do,
baby.
but-
Get
Yeah,
your
that's
swipe
like
on.
one of the posts I did on my Instagram was like, is having sex on the first night okay, or is it not okay? And most people voted for it not
Yeah.
being okay. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool. Like, it's just sex. We grown. That's usually
And
what
I
people say.
hate that we grown. Like, okay, that was always the like rapey comment to me. Like, we
Yeah.
grown.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say this too, like, you know, I don't want to get too spiritual up in here, but like every time you have sex with somebody, that's a soul tie. That's an
release
exchange of your
endorphins.
souls.
Yeah.
Like, you're
It
taking
brings a lot
in
of
their
feelings out,
energy,
too.
they're
Their
taking in
emotions.
your energy, and the reason why you feel all those emotions is because it's a soul
You
exchange
sharing.
and a soul encounter.
Yeah.
But I just want to say this: in one night, you don't know somebody's heart. In one night, you don't know somebody's intention. In one night, you don't even know if they got any STDs. But what I will
Safe
say
sex.
is like everything that I'm saying is out of love and not out of judgment,
Mhm.
because I don't know all of you guys watching, but I feel like I care enough about all of you to say, please just be careful. Please just take your time, because once you do those things, you can't take it back. And it just, like my chica said, like, you want those kinds of encounters to enhance what you feel for somebody, not to be the only thing you have,
or
the only
deplete,
experience you have,
or deplete something about you. Like, you don't want to leave that whatever, like just one night stand feeling empty.
Exactly.
Because that shit is not gonna fill your cup, baby. I promise you.
It might feel good for the moment, but after, it's gonna be a whole nother ball game.
And that's even true in just people when you actually in a committed relationship. That's why it's easy. It's easier if you are in a relationship to understand what I'm about to say right now, which is you could really be in a committed relationship, be having sex with somebody, but you, after you have the sex, you're irritated by them, frustrated with them. You know, because like it has to be more than just two bodies connecting.
Right,
it's like, do I really love them?
In and out situation. Meaningless sex.
Exactly.
There you go.
Well, do you want to do 2 more questions?
Yep. And then we
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick your favorite 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. When is the right time to have a child with someone?
Y'all all got kids, and y'all can go first.
I can go first. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think you should go first, sister, because you were actually, I don't want to say like you did it the right way, right? But what did you feel like, because you were in a very committed relationship, that's what you were supposed to do? You're supposed to
I can just say
replenish
what I believe. What I believe is you should not have a child with anyone until you're married to that person, because I feel that you cannot want to create life with me without first wanting to commit to do life with me. And I feel very strongly about that. I was a wife when I had my first son, and if I have children again, I will be a wife before I have them. That is how I feel about it. And I just want to say again, to reinforce that if people have children out of marriage, there's no judgment. I would just say, like, I really believe in like having lifetime partnerships, and like my sister said, like, you want to have your family. So I feel like if you're already in a life partnership when you have children,
but then being married doesn't necessarily
I was gonna say that too.
I was too, but I was gonna let us finish. I was too, but I was gonna let us finish our little thought.
You were married when you had Isaiah, but like now you're not with him, so it's like, okay, we was married, but then
but I'm saying, like, I entered into the marriage with the full intention of being with that man and doing life with him, and you know, raising up our child with him. It didn't work out, but that doesn't make me feel like I wouldn't want to be married again, or I wouldn't want to have that commitment again. And I'm not saying it to say like, oh, if you do these steps, it will go the right way. Obviously, it did not for me.
Right.
I was just saying that, because I don't want them to think we think you like you need to be married.
No.
Everybody has different views.
Right. That's why I was like, I think you should go first, because in this society, they feel like when you get married, you have to have the baby, and everything is going to be fine. And as even though I admire that, and I, in some parts of me, believe that that is what you should do, I don't believe, not in, speaking in my sister's case, because that was really love before everything, but you should get married to do this, and then it's just gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fairy tale that we all, every girl wants.
Exactly.
You want to be married and have a baby and share life. We all, when we're little girls, we think about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When you have that Ken doll, they're getting married and they're like, I'm playing my, like, this is what you want. But in the reality, and me being a young adult now, speaking from my point of view, my baby was planned, but we were not married. So my baby wasn't a like, oh shit, like, oh my God, like, I'm pregnant. It was like ovulation test. I didn't believe that I could have kids. I had, you know, it was we'll talk about that later, but it was a lot going on with me. So for me, a blessing comes in many ways, because I prayed for mine, he prayed for his, and we got him, and we're not married. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as far as when is the right time to have kids, I think it's a slippery slope.
Right, it all depends.
Because for me, I didn't know that I could have kids, so I'm doing it right now, because I don't know that in 5 years, when it's the right time, if I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's for me.
And for me, I don't associate like lifetime partnership with marriage, and that's just the way that I feel. Eventually, I do want to get married, but I feel like every point in my life and the decisions that I made the most sense at that moment. So yeah, I feel like I said earlier, do what makes the most sense for your situation, and if it makes you happy, don't feel forced into having to get married or
having to have a baby.
Having to have a baby, just because that's what society thinks makes the most sense.
Because there's married couples that don't want to have children,
or don't even want to be together. They're married and don't even want to be married.
So as far as, I'm glad we all. What about you, cousin? Because you don't have a baby. When do you think is the right time to have a child?
I don't know, because like right now, I don't have a kid. I'm 27 years old, about to be 28 years old. And I don't know, it's just no pressure to me. When it happens, it happens.
Right.
I love that.
And I'm happy that you're like that because
This is your prime. Like,
yes.
this is the time you're supposed to be living life.
But not only that, everybody around Yana has kids. And a lot of people...
That's what I'm saying, and I never feel pressure to have
and
kids.
it's not a lot
all
of women
cousins,
like that.
All my little cousins, older cousins, my brothers, they all
We
have
all have
kids.
kids.
And I just feel like when it happens, it will happen.
And girl, that baby. You're going to be so spoiled because you didn't help all of us with ours. All right, guys. So this is our last and final question.
Yeah, because this video already like 30.
Yeah, that's cool.
We got feedback about that too.
Yeah, this is cool.
Okay. Do you feel like people stay together because they're comfortable or because it's convenient?
Both.
I do, yeah, both.
Both.
I say a bit of both.
Yeah, convenience is comfortability and comfortability is convenience. So
Convenient, I mean, living in the Bay Area, some people might not want to be together, but it's expensive. Yeah, so
come on, roommate. Okay, yeah.
Right, roommate.
Yeah, so I definitely think it's both.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, especially in San Francisco, because everybody knows everybody, you don't want to have a baby by your partner, sis. Baby daddy.
Right,
like, that's really what it's going to end up being. Like, thank God, you know, like, for me, my guy wasn't like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, Mega's dad had hella kids or all that, but it's just, I couldn't deal with it if it was. But, yeah, I think it's, a lot of people stay together because they feel like, bringing it back to the first question, they can't really divvy up those things, the good and the bad.
And as far as being comfortable, you just get so like comfortable in your situation. You just don't want to leave, or you don't
Or you
know
can't
how to
leave.
leave. Like, it's harder than what it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're used to somebody, you just like, even when you know you should leave, you think about all the reasons why you should stay, even when you know you shouldn't.
Come on now.
You're just comfortable with that person.
Yes.
And you feel like you can't find nobody else. But it's like a million people in a row.
Billions.
Billions of people in a row.
Billions. Okay.
Yeah, I think people stay together for both. And I'm just going back to what my sister said earlier about people not wanting to have real conversations with themselves. Like, it truly is a matter of convenience. Like Chica said, you just start thinking about everything that's right and all of the good times. But I just want to say this: you should never stay with somebody because there's history, and you should never stay with somebody because of what it was. You need to deal in what is right now. And how are they treating you right now? If the now is not what you want it to be, then that's how you should be
that's
making
what you should
those
move
decisions.
by.
Exactly.
Yep. Well, I'm glad we all are in agreement on that. Well, guys, I'm really happy that you guys joined us. I hope you guys got abundance of information and insights to our worlds. And I love how we're all different shades of brown.
Yes.
By the way, I never got to tell y'all that from our pictures.
That black girl magic.
But we're all different shades of brown. And I love that. Like, none of us look alike. None of us sound alike. We're all different. But what makes this amazing is we really are the same. So, like,
comment,
subscribe
to our channel, share.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on also.
Yes, and tell your partners to come watch us.
And comment below. Let us know what you guys want to hear.
Yes, and that is that black girl magic. That black girl magic. Hey, that black girl magic. Hey, I like that little song. It's so short and cute. Bye. I feel like we're on like. Bye.
That black yo magic.